the importance of sitting in your own frame, not sitting, standing in your own frame, the extent to which it is crucial that you stand in your own frame is absolutely vital for a solid fucking life. So what do I mean by standing in your own frame? Well, this is exactly what I mean. Growing up, I learned what it meant to be an empath. And the way that I learned that is by, first and foremost, my trust was broken, right? And then beyond that, I learned that I didn't have what was necessary inside of myself to be safe or to be okay. I learned that I lacked something, right? This is what happens when people are, traumatized or whatever. And so because of that, I learned to tune my energy into everyone else in the environment. And just, kind of take all of my energy outside of me, right? This safety is dealing with the root chakra. And that is the bottom chakra, right? And that deals with your sense of being grounded, your sense of feeling at home, right? And when you go through all of this shit earlier on in your life, and whatever it is that you're taught to believe takes that energy outside of you and has you putting it into everything and everyone else. And so what it means to stand in your own frame is to take all of your energy back to you, and you come to the realizations, oh, never mind, that wasn't what I thought it was. That that shit had nothing to do with me. The very reason, the way that this person traumatized me actually had nothing to do with me. This, example, emotional abandonment, right? Someone says that they're going to do something for you, or that they're going to do something with you, and they consistently don't show up. So it's basically words, no action. Words, no action. Over and over. And what's interesting here is that until you see that clearly, you're probably mistaking that for your shit. So you're like, fuck, I'm just not worth showing up for. I lack something. Why would people show up for me? I'm not good enough, right? So there's that sense of self-worth. There are those feelings of a lack of self-worth. However, when you see that clearly and you turn around and you're like, oh, wait a second. That was that person's shit. That person lacked the ability to show up for me because they lacked the ability to show up for themselves. Oh, okay. Alright, well here, take this shit back now. That has nothing to do with me. So all these different types of things teach us to take our deeply rooted energy that's meant for grounding and safety and this sense of feeling at home and okay with oneself. It has us taking all that energy and taking it out of our bodies and tuning it into everyone else, which can be heavily dangerous. I should say highly dangerous. And the reason being is because there are a lot of people out there that are not worthy or deserving of you putting your sense of safety in them, because they're actually not safe themselves. So it just becomes a whole shit show. So what's interesting here is this idea of the self, right? Standing in your own frame is the self that you stand in. There are boundaries that come with that, right? So the self starts here and it ends right here. What empaths are used to is there are no boundaries. They don't know where they begin or end. And they're just sucked into and consumed by everyone else's shit. I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I explained this to my sweetheart not too long ago. The conversation was great, as it always is. And basically what I was trying to get her to see was that the very reason why we ever end up learning to shapeshift for the orchestrator is because we grow up with this belief that we are inherently wrong, or that we are inherently lacked, or that we are inherently defective. And it's not true. It's an illusion. But because we're so young and we're at such a vulnerable place, with a vulnerable stage in our lives, and we can't tell the fucking difference between this and that, we believe it. And then we live a life based on that. And then we do things that really fuck us up even further. It's all about seeing clearly, right? But here we are to talk about standing. Well, here I am to talk about standing in your own frame and staying there. Starting the conscious practice of, okay, I start right here and I end right here, and I am separate from all these other people in the environment. It's fucking crucial. Because if you don't do that, then what you're going to do is you're just going to constantly be like, you know, you're going to be tuned into everyone. What's everyone else thinking? What's everyone else thinking about me? Oh shit, how do they feel about me? Oh shit. And then you're not grounded, you're not centered, you're not present, because you're working with what ifs all around you instead of what is within you, right? So that's why bringing your energy back to yourself and sitting within your own frame. Sorry, not sitting. I don't like to use the word sitting. Bringing all of your energy back to yourself and standing in your own frame and being in your own frame. That's why that's crucial. People that are used to relationships that are enmeshed, people that are used to relationships that have no boundaries, this is going to feel very selfish for them. It's going to feel like, oh, but I can't afford to do that because my sense of safety comes from everyone else. No, you were just taught that you lack something crucial, which probably is that sense of safety, which you were probably told somehow is found in other people. And so therefore you pursue that route. And it's unbelievably fucking overwhelming for you. But that doesn't change the fact that that's what you do. The way to grounding, the way to being okay, is to really sitting with yourself. That's what it is. The way to grounding and being okay is just... Alright, I keep using this word sitting. The reason why I don't like the word sitting is because, for me, it associates too much with stagnation. It associates way too much with... You know, there's that picture where that statue is like sitting down and like thinking. I don't like that. I like the idea of being grounded but aware, and that to me is not a matter of sitting. Sitting for some reason sounds unconscious to me. But yeah, so what I've done throughout my entire life is exerted a fuck ton of energy into things and people that are not relevant for me. So that's what's very interesting to me. And my darling's calling me. Hold on one second. Hey, gorgeous. I am currently doing a YouTube video, but I'll be here with you because it's totally fine. So I'll just talk and you can listen. My beauty queen. Yeah, so just to, I guess I can end off the video here. The path forward for empaths that aren't aware of what they... Basically, empaths usually are the way that they are because they've been traumatized in one way, shape, or form, and that trauma has led them to believe that they are not... that they don't have what they absolutely need that's crucial for life. And it's just not true, because it's a belief based on trauma. When someone else gives you something, you have to look closely at what it is, in terms of trauma, of course, in terms of how you've been fucked up. When somebody else gives you something, you've got to be very careful as to how you look at it, because what they're giving you very likely has nothing to do with you. And that's low self-esteem, that's, abandonment, that's this, that, and the other. So seeing it clearly can show you that you don't have to worry about whatever it is that they're giving you, because you can just see it as like boxes of skeletons they gave to you. Oh, wait a second, take this back, that's not mine, that's yours. And then of course, really standing in your own frame of authenticity, just being yourself, learning to not sacrifice self, which is enmeshment, codependency, people pleasing, all that stuff, doing things that you don't want to do just so that people will like you and validate you and accept you because that's what you were used to growing up. It's very real. Bringing all of your energy back into the lower 3 chakras, because we learned to take all of our energy out of the lower 3 chakras in survival, in social survival. And the lower 3 chakras are, or chakras, however you want to say them, they are, the first one is root, the second one's sacral, and the third one is solar plexus. And they all deal with this matter of, self, personality, how you are as a person and how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, how you are with yourself and other people. So taking all of your energy back and putting it into that is the way home.